Hello, 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 and welcome to day 3 of WorldFlight 2023. And welcome to the flight deck of our Airbus A320 here in Atlanta. The previous crew, Captain Romeo and First Officer Christoph, brought the plane safe and sound. And we will be responsible for the next 2 legs, taking us initially from Atlanta to Boston and then from Boston to Winnipeg, Canada. Flying with me today is First Officer Sebastian. Hi, Sebastian.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I am good.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me in the cockpit.
Oh, for sure.
And if our viewers notice the unusual but highly recognizable pilot shirt,
Oh, yes.
I can thank you for that. Sebastian was kind enough during his first visit in the sim to bring me a shirt. So you can't see it, but he's wearing a tie. I'm a little bit more relaxed. So the plane is in a typical turnaround state, and we've tried to already enter the route and save us some time so we can get going as quickly as possible. We got our PDC pre-departure clearance via VATSIM private message. I'm not totally clear on the procedure from there, so we'll be learning as we go, but that's part of the fun. I don't know if we can just squawk the SWAT code we got, but...
Delivery, hello, it's Vanch with a quick question.
Hey, that's how I was planning to ask as well.
Hello, we've got our delivery, our clearance from PDC. Can you just confirm the departure runway is to 7 right?
Yeah, if in the PDC it says contact ground on the south side of the ramp, that would be correct.
Okay, that's what we got. So the PDC we got was as filed. We can look quickly at our route. I think you had looked at it prior to this. So why don't we do actually a little departure briefing here. So we parked, I know our viewers can't totally see it, but we park here. We give them at least a little map here. So we park here kind of on the north side, but we're expecting 27 right, which is on the south side. There is a recommended taxi route, which is Lima, Juliet, and then Mike, and then hold short. So hopefully that's what we'll get. Or departure is as filed, and it is the Plumber 3. So depart to the west and go to the south of the airport and then head northeast. Plumber 3 via the Berg transition. So all that is, if you go to the flight plan, Plumber 3, and you go down and down and down, you'll see it will lead us all the way to Berg. I don't see any altitude restriction. There's just a speed restriction at Zale, so we might use that Zale. Yep, speed constraint 250, so that's already in the Magdoo. So it's all good. Let's check the ATIS real quick. So that would be on so many frequency here. 125.5. Let's see if we can get the latest ATIS. Do I get the right frequency? Maybe, maybe not. Apparently there's nothing there. Anyway, I think we can request it actually through company. Let's try that. Atlanta. Then VHF transmission in progress. Oop. Okay, that might explain. They might be in between. Fine. Any questions about our taxi route departure? So you will be the pilot flying
All right.
On this leg, I'll be the pilot monitoring, handling the radio. Standard takeoff procedure. So when you call takeoff, I'll start the chrono on both sides. I'll call thrust set. So typically you'll set 50% roughly thrust. Then when you're happy with both engine being stable there, kind of high idle, this will be flex takeoff, and I think we got our company message to that effect. Let me check. Yeah, from ops. Alright, let's print it. That's always so much fun. So if you want to take a look at it, takeoff Atlanta, that's correct. Airbus A320. Yep, is expecting 37 right, temperature 24, 2407, QNH, okay, 1017, I guess. Yeah, I have 3004 from the previous ATIS. And then really what I'm looking for is the reduced thrust, and we can do 53-degree flex emitted by the field, so it would give us a V1 of 143, a VR, do you want to enter them, or I can do
43.
So 143 for V1, 151 for VR, and 152 for V2. And so it's a flaps 1. Let me double check that. That's here. Yeah, 1 plus F, so it's a flaps 1. We should get our final load sheet once we close the door. And the flex is, what was it, 53? Yeah, flex 53. Perfect. That was good timing. Yeah, usually I fold it and I put it.
Oh yeah, good point.
You know, I consider this as the official paper holder for the anything that comes from the printer, and here between the throttle is where we put the flight plan, which we don't do in flight. But here we are. Okay, so I'll keep those handy. What else? So our flight plan calls for a flight duration of 1 hour 56 minutes, just short of 2 hours. We do have 14.1 tons on the block fuel, and that's not a typical fuel quantity for a 2-hour flight, but for per WorldFlight rules, we carry an extra 90 minutes of fuel.
All right.
And I think a couple of legs ago, one of the aircraft had to be in the hold for 90 minutes.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yep. Well, they don't want people call bingo fuel and claim an emergency, things like that. So we have 5.5 tons out of those 14 that are for a trip. Contingency is 15 minute or alternate today's JFK. So there's almost 2 tons for that. And we need the 30-minute final reserve. So extra, the 1 hour 30 minutes is 4.5 tons. So all in all, with a good 40-minute schedule of taxi time, here hopefully we'll beat the crowd, so we won't need all that, but showing 14. So I've entered all those numbers on the, so it makes us a little heavy for this flight.
That's big, and that's why we have a flex of 53. Right?
Yeah, not the 60 some that you would expect. It's a little warm 24, but nothing too hot. So we're expecting an average wind component of plus 32, so a tailwind of 32 knots. The flight plan calls for 5.5 ton, as I mentioned, for the flight, and we have 5.8. So close enough. All right.
You submitted a flight plan. You should have a PDC.
Okay, so we have a PDC. So we'll have to figure out what to do. Let me use this to check that our fuel is also balanced across the tanks, which it is. We have a little bit of fuel. The center tank, the fuel pump on the right side, number 2, has been acting up on previous flights. So we haven't had a chance to have maintenance look at it, but don't be surprised if that warning comes up. We turn on the fuel pump, and passengers are on board, so we can set
Correction
the
162 radio
seatbelt.
check.
Alright, let's start our APU. Way more than 3 seconds, so we should be starting.
South cargo ramp submitted a flight plan and not received the PDC yet.
So if we have a PDC, I think we can contact ground.
Yes.
The challenge is... no, ground is 121.9. Let's see if that's what other people are doing.
Was that giant 822 calling?
Affirmative.
Alright, let's switch to ground.
925, monitor Atlanta Tower, 119.1.
Monitor 119 at Part 1, Delta 925.
Okie dokie, so I've put the squawk code we got, 7262, it's in the box above here. Alright, so our clearance call for an initial altitude, the standard 10,000 feet, and expect flight level 350 10 minutes after departure. So our cruise altitude today should be 350. Are you ready for a before start checklist?
Before start checklist.
Do you want me to call it?
Yeah, go ahead, call it.
Cockpit prep. So that's completed. The gear pins
The
are
covers are
removed.
removed.
Signs. Let's put both on now.
That's auto.
Yes, and I put the navlog on too. We're using the day. Well, the beacon, it's just before we push, but
Okay,
that's fine.
okay.
We're about to push. We can put it there. ADIRs are showing nav and no drift, so we're good. We reviewed the fuel quantity, 14.1 tons, and it is balanced. We got the takeoff data. Let's cross-check them. Do you mind reading them to me so I can cross-check to this?
Okay, we got V1 143,
Yep.
151, and 152.
Correct. Flex.
Flex 1, flaps 1, and flex 53.
Perfect. Checked. And then BRF 3004 set on both sides and
004.
here. Okay. Cool.
And sorry, that last aircraft, what's your call sign?
Hello there, ground. Sky Blue Radio 1 Heavy, SPR 1.
If you don't mind me doing the taxiing,
Go ahead.
this tiller is a little loose. I need to fix that. Okay, let me see from here.
Okay, we're at 2 November.
Let's call the push back if we can get GSX,
I can ask for you to stand by.
because that take their sweet ass time sometime.
Mm-hmm.
American 150-9247 for taxi.
Okay, it disconnected us. Should have done that, but that's all good.
1187 heavy, monitor tower 119.3.
1193, backpack 1197.
Okay, let me hold them with our squawk code on, transponder on.
963 Atlanta ground, you turn to the ramp, call me short of Foxtrot for runway 26 left.
Okay, Victor. Turning to Foxtrot, almost Foxtrot, and we'll call you. Okay, 963.
Atlanta ground, GL44 with a question.
Bypass pin inserted.
The aircraft held the question, go ahead.
Yes, this is GL44 parked at stand Charlie 46. We got our PDC, so do we just request push and start from you guys?
You'll call me for taxi. You push and start at your own risk.
Alright, ramp is on control, GL44.
That makes it easy.
They like to do that. I know they do it in Austin. I'm surprised they do it in a big airport like Atlanta.
Locking gear.
Alright, so let's do the before start checklist below the line, please.
Windows and doors closed.
Are as close as they'll ever be. Beacon
Beacon's
is on. Thrust lever idle for now, and
Parking brake set.
parking brake is set. Before start checklist completed.
Atlanta ground, American 514 Heavy is 2 south with Tango for taxi.
Alright.
Okay, we got company message, which is our final load sheet if I had to guess. So we're gonna go soft, so nose right should work nicely.
Parking brake, please.
Alright, parking brake coming off.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
Alright, here's the load sheet. So I'll put the, if you look all the way to the bottom, we should have our stabilizer trim,
0,
and
1 up.
it's up 0.1. Okay, but we will wait for hydraulic. So I think we're good to start engine once we put the APU bleed on.
241 Bravo, Lima, on ground runway 26 right, correction runway 26 left, taxi via Alpha, hold short runway 26 right at the
Okay, I like to start this chrono. Do you want to start the engines?
Starting engines, alright.
Okay, so
Starting
yeah,
two.
starting number 2.
Hang on, disregard that, I was looking at
And we will monitor. Yeah, I was playing with it, so it didn't switch automatically if it had been out system. So bleed valve open, N2 spinning.
We're pushing
Radio 1.
I'm hoping we've.
right. Are we going?
We're going south.
Yes, sir. Wait on me. Skyblue 1.
Skyblue 1, runway
Okay,
26
okay, good.
27, right.
That works.
Alright, so 20% we passed that. We're fuel, EGT rising.
241 Bravo.
Alright, parking brake coming on.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
And by 21% we should see engine 2 available.
Romeo, hold short 27 left for 1 Bravo Lima.
Perfect, we have a good start. We
Starting
can
one.
start number 1. Same start sequence. Bleed valve open. We'll see which igniters are used, either the A or B. There's 2 sets. Here comes B. N2. 20%, 21, 22 I think is when it starts injecting fuel. Here, positive fuel flow, EGT, we'll make sure it doesn't exceed max temperature. Okay, bleed valve closed before 50% N2, N1 is rising. We have oil pressure already.
Truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Alright, ground crew is doing its thing. Okay, we have 2 good engine starts.
Alright.
So the after engine flow, we'll do the flow and then we'll do the checklist, is the engine mode norm. I'll put the speed brakes on, verify that this is 0. You can set flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Transponder is on. We can put 0.1 up. So typically we would put perf on your side, flight plan on mine. You can use the flight control page if you want to double check
Go.
that we're
Point 1
good.
up.
Like to start the chrono, we need at least 3-minute warm-up time, auto brake max, and then we can disconnect the APU, and we're all good. Alright, we'll wait until, yep, it goes away, then we can put the weather radar. You'll be flying, so I'll put it on 2, which, yeah, I don't know, hopefully that it doesn't screw up VATSIM. Well, they'll tell us. They'll be the first one to tell us. Okay, let's do the after start checklist, please.
Alright. Anti-ice.
Not required.
Okay. Ecam status.
Quick recall normal.
Checked. Pitch trim.
Set 0.1 up. Yep.
And rudder trim 0.
From 0. After start checklist completed. No, the before takeoff we can. Here's a pump. Yeah, this is our pump. You know.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. I'm not. Especially we don't have a lot of fuel. I'm not gonna worry too much about this, based on previous experience. Yeah. I mean, we've tried to cycle it. I'll watch this page just to document it. So, pump 2. Which is weird because they're not supposed to come on the ground. I think all the way to take off you use the wing tank. Okay, if it comes again, I will turn it off and put cross bleed on, which
Alright.
is what the ECAM says. So we'll see. You want to do the before takeoff and flight controls
Yeah, might as well.
here? Yeah,
Alright.
so we're a little more relaxed.
I'll check the flight controls.
Okay, go ahead. Full
Full
left. Neutral, full right, neutral, pull down, pull up, neutral, rudder, full right, neutral, full left, neutral. Perfect. Okay, let's do the before takeoff checklist. Flight control. Oh, go ahead. You want to read it, or you want to?
All right, I'm going to read it. Flight instruments.
Everything looks realistic. Checked.
Okay, briefing.
Confirmed. We don't know our runway for sure, so we might have to do.
It looks like they're getting everybody on decent right. So.
Yeah.
Oh, flap settings 1.
So we verify that it's set here, we verify that it reads here, and we verify that it's what we want. So,
Okay.
Checked.
Okay, and we got V1, VR, and V2 flexed.
The 143, 151,
45.
152, 53 flex.
53 flex. Got it. ATC.
Is set. And we can even do this
Ecam
right
memo.
now. Ecam memo.
Takeoff, no blue.
Wonderful, that's what we like.
Alright. Before takeoff checklist complete.
Even if we don't say green, that's what we like, no blue. Alright. So, we are on ground. Let me put the tower frequency up. It's either 119 or 0.1, yeah, or 0.3. Okay. And I'll do the taxi.
Hello again, 691 coming up, spot 3 Sierra, Armour 3 with Tango is taxi.
Qantas 691 Atlanta ground, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima Juliet, Mike Lima Charlie.
So that's what we are expecting.
Lima, Juliet, Mike, Lima, Charlie.
Lima, Juliet, Mike, Lima, Charlie. Atlanta ground, good evening GL44. We just pushed back from stand Charlie 46 and we're ready for taxi.
GL 44 Atlanta ground, call me at the south side of the ramp, please.
Will do. 44.
Alright.
Okay, so we can go even further than we thought. The south side
Yeah.
of the ramp. Alright, taxi lights are on. Are we clear on your side?
Clear on the right.
Clear on the left.
Alright, parking brake comes off.
Parking brake comes off.
Atlanta ground, Delta
Get this show on the road.
Summer 3 information tango ready for taxi 3 south.
Delta 473 Atlanta ground, runway 27 right, follow Qantas
So we'll consider
27 right.
holding short of Lima is probably what they want us to do, which is the crossing.
On Echo, taxi to Tango 11.
American 432 heavy, Atlanta ground, welcome, taxi.
Alright, brake check. Pressure 0. So we're good. You're good. Everybody's good. Alright, so our takeoff weight is going to be just shy of 72 tons. So we're like 6 tons over our maximum landing weight. So we'll keep that in mind if we have an emergency, need to return to the field. We're on fire. We'll get it done. It's not like you can't land over 66 tons. It's just that maintenance will have to take a look at it. So it's costly. But uncontrolled ramps. Welcome to the land of the free. And a lot of deltas. It's not like we're in Atlanta, right?
No.
I'd had 1 Foxtrot heavy, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima, Lima Alpha.
27 right via Lima, Lima Alpha, Etihad 1 Foxtrot.
So we'll hold short with a nice view. We'll have the sun in our eyes when we take off. And Atlanta ground GL44. Hello again. Holding short Lima.
GL 44 Atlanta ground, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima, Juliet, Mike Lima Charlie.
Taxi via Lima, Juliet, Mike Lima Charlie for runway 27 right, GL44.
Alright, as expected.
Yeah. It's all, I mean, in the past I was trying to jot it down and all that, but if you kind of figure out how things work. And an event like this has its challenges based on the volume, but one of the benefits is that you hear people in front of you
Right, exactly.
doing it.
Just do what they do.
Mostly right. Hopefully they don't do what we did. So. Alright, still clear on the right, clear on my side. So we're entering Lima. Why don't we set the TCAS on? What's happening with these clouds? Something is wonky. This is the Belgian waffle fries club.
Qantas 691, monitor tower.
So I like to do that when we're pointing at the arrival end, right? So kind of get a picture of arrivals into our runway. Now here at Atlanta with so many parallel runways, it's a little tricky. Okay, so we're looking for Juliet, which I think is a fair bit down. Look at that. Is that Dreamliner 782? United?
That looks like
It has the chevron. Okay, here's Lima 7. Alright, I better stay heads up. Let me, if you want to cheat. So we're coming up on Lima 7. Looking for Juliet on the right.
Yeah, we'll pass Lima 10 and Delta if we get to Juliet.
Thank you. Cabin crew, take your seat for departure, please. We'll do it right.
That's right.
Not the taxiing on the center line, but at least comedic calls.
United 691, have the Atlanta ground, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima, Juliet, Mike, Charlie.
Okay, here comes Lima 10.
And then we get...
Sorry,
You said Delta and then Juliet.
United 691, have you just verified
Correct.
the end at Mike, Lima, Charlie. Mike, Lima, Charlie, guys.
Oh, is the departure queue over there?
They're right
So
on.
this is
Right on Juliet.
over to tower 119.3. Thanks for the service, Alpha 4. Alright, so this is Juliet, the angled one. Okay.
Yep.
Neptune 1 Whiskey cross 7 out of Tango, join Lima, 1 underground, 1.9.
Across onto Lima and off the ground. Neptune Whiskey.
Can't really check much, even with 180 degrees of field of view here. Can trust our little moving map, although it's easily 15-20 seconds late. Alright, so number 5? Maybe more? Because that guy's landing on 27 left, I would assume. And they use 27 right just for departure.
Departures, velocity 247 9. South John 4831 heavy.
What do we have for departure frequency?
133.475. Thank you. So welcome to the hurry up and wait part of. Although this is really not bad. I don't know if you saw some of
like
the
number 3, number 4 for departure.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I need to revert my clouds to what I was using before.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Belgian waffle fries.
Yes. Shouldn't have changed. You know, it's a last-minute change. You know what?
Never do that. Never do that.
You're in the computer software business, so you know. Just, it's not gonna break anything.
Never fix a running system.
All right. So we're looking for Lima Charlie, but I'm sure I think it's the first one.
It's definitely
what?
nice that we're
Is it
putting
serious?
Yeah,
This
looks
is
like
serious. All right, hold on. Let's see what we can do here. I think there is like a general aviation plane about, and is that a 747 coming on the? I would be a little concerned about the wake turbulence.
It's probably fine. Probably fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, okay.
When
What?
do you have to
That's-
go sterile in the cockpit? Ask one of our viewers. Well, it all depends. If we go, you know, by the book, we should be sterile
sterile
all the
now.
way to 10,000
Yep,
feet.
exactly.
But who wants to watch a sterile
Yes.
stream, right? A
Yes.
video.
We'll just sit here and say absolutely nothing.
That's right.
Enjoy, guys.
Yep. I'm here with.
Sprechen verboten.
Ah, yeah. Entschuldigen. I'm here with First
Gesundheit.
Officer Smarty Pants. Didn't know you offered the pants in addition to the shirt.
Ah, there you go.
Yes, you have 44 is with you, Tar.
I don't know the close up, but Juliet Hotel Lima 44, take a route on Mach 20, hold plus 37 out of Mach 20.
What does he want us to do? Just to confirm, you want us to take an immediate right here?
J-How 44, you're going to hold short 27 out at Mach 20.
At Mark 20.
At Mark 2, yeah, holding short 27 right at Mark 20, GL44. Do you have that on the...
Mark 16. No, it's not on this. Hang on, let me look at
Plus
my
your
plate.
event, we have to get you out. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have that holding short point in our scenery.
Oh, we
Is
do,
it-
right there.
Oh,
We're at Mark 20 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Mark 20.
Okay, I think we got it figured out. Sorry, GL44. Yeah, that would make sense. We're getting priority treatment.
Yeah, so we'll departure. Do the departure.
C7 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, let's do the before takeoff below the line, please.
Cabin crew,
Has been advised.
engine mode selector
Normal,
is
no
normal,
problem.
and PAX as required.
It's a PAX on takeoff.
All right.
Okay, D-Half 44, runway 27 right, line up on right.
Line up and right, runway 27 right, GL44. And I'll give you control once we're lined up.
Sounds good.
November 241, Bravo Lima, connect departure.
Alright, 27 right, confirmed.
Again, sorry.
133.47.
12347, 13347, correct?
8
Alright, 3347, 1 Bravo Lima, thanks.
132?
Giants 1471.
Oh,
on the tower.
133. It's 133.47.
Giants 822 on the tower.
It's that's why we say tree instead of three.
Yeah, yeah,
easier
yeah,
to easier to hear.
Yeah.
Giants.
Alright.
All right, my
Yeah, you
controls.
don't need that much break.
No. Okay.
Because they can kind of
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
waiting. So I haven't put the lights yet. So I'll do the start like I mentioned for you. I'll call 100 thrust set, 100 knots, V1 rotate, and positive rate.
All right.
Tower, John 1471, vacated November 2, we're for a passenger right.
Giants 1471, welcome to Atlanta, hold plus 27 on the Tango.
Hold short 27, we're right at Tango, John 1471.
On the 691, connect one.
Faster, g'day.
GR 44, and 44, runway 27 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27 right, GL44.
All right. Take off.
Giants 822, cross runway 27 out at, cross 27 right, correction, cross 27 out
Right.
at correction, hold 27 out at November.
All right.
50%. Give them a little time, yeah. And it's 2, yeah.
Flex set.
Man flex 53 SRS, runway. Auto thrust is blue. Thrust set, yeah.
Airline 671, sorry, correction, guide 671 heavy, Charlie 78.
Etihad 1, Foxtrot, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 out, line up away.
Line up on Etihad 1, Foxtrot.
Oops. 100 knots.
Atlanta Tower, good evening, United 661, visual 27 left.
Tower, 36, New Zealand.
V1.
2, visual 26.
Rotate.
27.
Sorry, United 661 Atlanta Tower, runway 27 at Atlanta.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Clear to land 27 left, United 661.
Unit 2362 Atlanta Tower, runway 26, correction 27 at Atlanta. You're 5 miles of trail of
Just,
a
yeah,
United
follow the
737.
flight director.
5 on drill, 3.
And I'll do the radio. So you don't have to worry about it.
Giants 14 down, cross 27 27 out of Tango, Joy Lima, monitor ground for now.
Cross 27 out of Tango, ground 21 knowledge, on 14, 71.
Asset lever climb. So bring the nose down, cause yeah.
Giant 422 heavy holding short runway 27 left.
Giant 822 heavy, Atlanta Tower.
It's a nice sunset.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't transferred us.
Giant 822 cross 27 left at the approaching, hold for 27 on November.
Flaps up.
Flaps up, speed
Cross
check.
27 left at the approach and hold short of 27 right at November.
And Tower GL44, do you want us to go over to departure?
Sorry, JH44, connect departure.
Over to departure, thanks for the excellent service. Have a good night, GL44.
Thank you, sir, enjoy the lot.
625, visual approach runway 26 traffic, a D840 left base, runway 26, FM.
Matter. Code visual 26, Jenna 65.
Atlanta approach GL44, passing 4,300 for 10,000.
Joel 44, Atlanta departure, radar contact, maintain 10 Tom.
Maintain 10,000 GL44.
On a 691 contact.
Alright, let's do the after takeoff checklist, which is basically landing gear
up,
are
flaps
up,
are retracted, packs.
and packs are on, so you can turn off those lights. Alright, all is good. Wonder what airport that is. Anyway.
I guess.
Okay, one departure. Supposed to be at 250 at Zell, and we will be.
KFFC looks like. Whatever
Alright.
that is.
Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah, right.
We're not in Kentucky, are we? Okay, so my purser here is passing me some alright. Well, thanks again for checking in, and to all our viewers, hope you enjoy our flights. So sit back, relax, and enjoy
Yeah.
the flight. Alright, so we are 1200 to go to level at 1010,000.
This is a lot harder than real life. That forward split threw me way off center line, but we're good. I'm just gonna log off on the runway. Thanks.
I don't know how people will fly single pilot on their computer with just one screen.
Oh, it's
do it.
yeah, it's almost
unbelievable.
625, runway 26.
Alright, 10,000 blue speed, alt star.
Jenna 625 parking signature.
Alright. Since we are still with departure has us at a
10
altitude
Hold on.
10,000.
Maintain 14,000, 14,000, contact Atlanta Center, 125.57.
Up to 14,000, 14,000, and Atlanta Center on 125 point.
125.57.
125.57. Thank you. Try to have the frequency, but for that we can't really use the real chart, right? It depends on how many controller. Alright, switching.
Southern 852.
Alright, there's somebody on the frequency, so worst case, yeah.
Line approach 13347, Southern 852.
Atlanta Center GL44 passing 11,000 feet for flight level 140 on the Plumber 3 departure.
JHL 44. Atlanta Center, climb maintain flight level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230 GL44. Perfect, 230 blue.
Atlas Hotel to the evening, traffic 1, flight level 370, checking.
Delta 8317.
Okay, so we're well past 10,000. We can let the peeps use their electronic devices.
300 or greater, Delta 8317.
Tell-flight, and then they can move around the cabin. Ooh.
Good
It's a little choppy out here in the
Yeah,
sky.
I know.
Delta 150 to set and maintain flight level 300 on the transition. Do not exceed 290 knots.
It was a gorgeous departure though, because you can see all the all the
The
freeways
highways
and everything. It's
and-
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Delta 150 Atlanta.
That is definitely the front view out of here is definitely something you never stop
Maintain
admiring.
290 knots or less.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
And 290 knots or less, Delta 150.
Can't wait until we can move to Microsoft 2020.
Mhm.
Those visuals even
300 knots or
better.
greater in the transition.
240, 300 or greater in the transition, Delta 50.
Atlanta, good
Okay.
evening, challenge 4,
With
Charlie, flight level
the
3,
current
flight
traffic, they might let us go through the whole transition, I mean the whole SID. Sometime they give shortcut, but we'll see. Alright, so we're climbing happily. Hey, 320, that's a good indicated airspeed.
Frontier 5, mark it up. Just make sure you check and have it marked up, thank you.
Okay, so start doing a little bit of paperwork.
Do you have the
electronic and-
ATC going into the stream?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's based on my volume,
Gotcha. Okay.
so hopefully they can hear it.
Alamo 583
Still something. Audio for video streaming is a lot of work.
Mhm.
Okay, so our handy dandy built-in ACAR system recorded our pushback time 22:19.
Seabird 1 Whiskey Foxtrot, Sonic Sunrise.
And we had wheels up at 22:38. That's well ahead of schedule. We had a pushback time of 23:05. Now our German friends brought the plane probably an hour early.
That's what you get German efficiency.
Yeah, wunderbar. Vielen Dank. Anyway, and I think we're still 45 minutes ahead of schedule, so doing good there. So I'd enter the information about our flight, takeoff mass, the fuel quantities, pilot flying. Okay, so you are the pilot flying, so I should put your pilot code. You have a favorite 6-digit code? That's not your PIN, your social security? Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, then I usually put the date. Whatever format do you prefer for the date?
Oh, well, let's go European.
Alright, so 06/11/23.
No, you just went American on me.
No.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, oh my god. Oh, jeez. Alright. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I understand. Alright.
Stand by a moment.
Well, that's taken care of. So one thing I like to do, and I mentioned it in previous streams, call it the top hat. Basically go through the MCDU, starting with the flight plan, and then you go right, then up, then right, then down, then right. So flight plan, what I'm looking for, I want our distance to be still reasonable, 864 nautical miles to destination, and also make sure there's no discontinuity.
Yep.
So that's looking good. RadNav, we are on an RNAV departure, the Plumber 3, so we didn't use any radio reference. If we had manually tuned the radio, we would clear it here so that we go back to the mode, the automatic mode, where the plane auto-tunes for us. Progress, just checking our cruising, target cruise is 350, optimum 361. max, so that's all good. For now I'm keeping Atlanta. If we have an emergency, that's probably the airport we want to go back. Fun fact, we could put Sydney, so you can put YSSY where we started and see that we are like 8,000 nautical miles or whatever. How far are we from Sydney?
8,000, almost 8,100 miles.
Alright, so, and we're not going the right way.
Yes. Yeah.
So, then on the right, performance, just our cost index. We might bump it up a little bit once we're in cruise. Okay, we pass 18,000, so we should set standard. Setting standard on my side. So you just pull standard, and that will be our after takeoff checklist below the line, which is 132.97 for GL44.
Qantas flight 691 on center 132.97. 3297, good night.
13297.
220, descending via the Hobbit to arrival with information.
Center, good evening, GL44, passing flight level 220 for flight level 230.
Last checkup, going to say again the call sign.
It's GL44, Juliet Hotel Lima 44. We're in the US.
44, last good evening, climbing maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350 for GL44. Oh, 44. I can't say it in the US. After flying for, 5-6 hours every day saying 44.
Mm-hmm.
Be 44, yeah. Alright, so we did the after takeoff checklist below the line, which is barrel ref. It should be set to standard. It is. Alright, we're entering the clouds. Or is it just getting dark? When I checked the weather, it was fine up to Boston. We might have some things in the Boston area. No, it's fine. We're just getting higher.
Sorry, just that frequency for me, please.
133.72.
Carolina Center, American 1420 is 12 for 14,000.
American 1420, Leonard Center, good evening.
Okay, so we got clear to our planned cruise altitude, flight level 350.
1420. Atlanta Frontier Flight 1454 145.
Do you remember what aircraft departed in front of us?
It was a Qantas.
Was it a big, like a...
No, it was like a 7-3.
Okay, could be Qantas 100. I don't know. So I have a little cheat sheet here, as I don't have a DCD on my side. So I printed the name of all the official teams, because after a while you keep hearing Seabird 47 Charlie, Alcy 121, Air New Zealand 361. Neptune 11 Whiskey, so kind of like to see, especially in the ground when you see those aircraft. Say hi. Those are the other teams that are for a full week going around the world during this unique charity
French
event.
baguette.
French baguette, yeah. Oh, you'll hear French baguette. It's a fan favorite.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
They were joining here and there, if not for the whole event last year. But kind of what makes the official teams is people who do the entire event, support a charity, and fly from a full-size cockpit. So all the other teams actually have a single cockpit, and they have people coming to their house, hanging, whatever, you are doing here.
Right.
But what we decided to do, especially with COVID and things like that, is to kind of build a team from pilots who are flying an A320, and we use the same software, this freeware called GL FMGS, and that's why our airline is kind of called GL. Most other teams fly kind of regular, either existing or past commercial airlines, so controllers are much more familiar with those call signs.
It's always tricky for me when I was controlling in VATSIM, and I somebody called up with a call sign that wasn't like a United or something I easily recognize. It'd be like, especially if you have a bunch of planes on the board, It's sometimes tricky to locate.
So it seems that our... I'm gonna jinx it, but let's do it. It seems like our center tank pump 2 is doing okay. You can see we're still feeding from the center tank for a little while, and then we'll automatically switch to the left and right wing tanks. Let's use this opportunity as a quick check of our hydraulic quantity. We're all in the green, we like that. Nobody likes losing hydraulic fluid. Bleed is all good. Pressurization, about 8,000-ish. Good. Engine, oil quantity, temperature, vibration, all is well with GL. Excellent. And we didn't check, but I'm sure we were past the 3 minutes mark.
Yep.
When we got the shortcut. I mean, only 2 or 3 aircraft, but that's nice.
Yeah. So what do pilots talk about all night? Do I need to ask you about how your golf game was this weekend?
Oh,
or?
come on. No. I know G stands for golf, but I don't play golf. No, there's a couple of things we can do. First and foremost, let's use this opportunity to talk a little bit about the charity that we are supporting. So we're supporting the Corporate Angel Network, which is really a great charity that helps cancer patients fly for free on corporate jets, basically. Whatever it is for going to specialized location or treatment center because we have some unique needs or rare cancer, you know, if you want proton therapy, if you want some of the most advanced treatment, it's not necessarily like your Walgreens where you have one at each corner. So even if you want to get like a second opinion, so they fly the patient, the family to whichever location is needed, and they do all that for free. So,
and that is so they don't have to travel on a commercial flight.
Or sometimes, incur the cost, and sometimes, you know, it's not like you go there once and then you're done, right? It might be something you have to do it on a regular base, and some people sometimes just don't have the time, don't have the means to relocate, you know, if you want to go to the MD Anderson Center in Houston or something like that. So a real great charity, and basically we're asking anyone who's watching our stream if they can afford it to make a little contribution. The easiest way, I pulled it up, we have a little QR code on the screen right now. So unless you're watching on your phone, but you probably have 3 phones, so you can use one of your other phones to just point at it. If not, just look at the comments, and we provide the link to a web page or website so that you can find the instructions there. We're just asking that you enter the WF Whiskey Foxtrot 23 code so that we can trace back and report to the organizing team the total amount that our generous donors contributed to. And over the years, I think this is the 23rd year running. I believe it started in 2001. All the teams together over 20 plus years have raised more than $1 million. So even if it's $5, $10, $20, $50, you know, at the end of the day, that makes a big difference in the life of a lot of people. So certainly thank the people who have already contributed, and once again encourage, if you can afford it, people to contribute.
Thanks for your black.
So that was our little commercial break here. Let's wait until we're in cruise, because I did prepare a little something for you.
Oh,
so
wow. Surprise.
A test.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a test.
But the good news is that there's no wrong answer.
Oh, okay.
So alright, why don't we use N1? Is that how you would? That's sometimes
N1,
it's tough to guess, right? I see that we got some other messages. This is the oldest. Oh no.
Good evening, Atlanta.
Apparently the stream is doing what it did last yesterday basically. And yeah, I don't know what else we can do. It's weird because it gets choppy for some people, and then sometimes you can't. If you just go to the stream and try to get to the live portion of it, it doesn't work. But then it saves mostly correctly. I think I checked the second one yesterday and unfortunately it got cut, so certainly apologize for that. We'll definitely try to look into it.
I will go ahead and write a
obviously-
strongly worded letter to YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yes, I know people who work at Google, so we can try that too. Okay, let's do our fuel check. Let's first. So we're 22 minutes into the flight. Where is the N1? Here. 22. We're showing. So for the fuel on board, I like to round down. So we're showing 12.0. And for the fuel used, I like to round up. Luckily, we're at 2.1. So what I have here per our flight plan was an estimated fuel on board of 11.9. So we are 100 kilogram above. And that's checked also on the fuel burn. The predicted fuel burn was 2.2. We're showing 2.1.
Yeah.
So the fuel is doing great. In any case, with plenty of it. And whatever delta is, you know, that's what I like to track. Even if we were, 500 kilogram below, as long as it stays there, wouldn't worry too much. No, WorldFlight makes you learn new things. Like seems like on the ground there was a lot of taxiing in the early legs as we had to wait in line. I think on one flight we were like number 15, 1-5. In sequence for departure, and the Airbus A320 or Airbus A320 seems to use around 12 kilogram per minute. So 10 minutes of taxi is more than 100 kilograms, so 0.1 tons. So this time, our taxi time was really not bad, and I put, I think, 40-minute taxi to be on the safe side.
Yeah,
so I'm not
Atlanta,
surprised that we are.
That was a quick taxi
for the first
Atlanta.
time, we are in the positive side. So.
Yeah, 621.
All right, so 500 feet to go. Let me guess where the aircraft in front of us is going.
Uh-huh.
It's probably
Well, they
Boston.
did file
I
for.
saw a
I heard
really
them file for Boston.
cool
So yeah.
thing. I believe. Have you seen the new A320 radio? So it's all integrated. Instead of having an audio control panel and a radio management panel, it has a screen. So it also integrates your TCAS information,
Oh,
your
very
smart
nice.
code. It's a little bit like the ERJ and the regional jet. And I noticed that you can target, you get the list of all the TCAS, and you can pick whichever one you want, and you get some of the ADSB data from them.
Oh, very
so
cool.
you can see a lot more than what you see here.
that is great.
So I know somebody on the forum asked, hey, is there a plan for Skalarki, which is the company that has developed all the electronics we're using here, to develop such a module, which would be pretty cool. My experience with something like that, one of the biggest challenges is the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, getting a really small, no bezel, thin screen. I mean, that's the challenge I had with building this little DCDU here. Luckily, I found this is like a 5-inch touchscreen, so I don't have the physical buttons like some of my German colleagues have. And now with 3D printing, you can build your own PCB. I mean, there's things you can do. It's pretty amazing, but I kind of went the cheap Amazon way, 5-inch touchscreen, and then I had the company that supplied, actually they supply the entire cockpit except for the seat. They resell the Skalarki hardware. They did a special cutout, so instead of just a cover plate, they made the exact cutout based on the 3D model for the screen. and there's just enough space, so it's a little USB, HDMI, and I mean we're not using CPDLC here. Don't know if we will use it a little bit in Europe, but yeah, the screen on the MCDU, the clock, that's usually the tricky part. The ECAM, the PFD, ND, I mean, the trick is you get a bigger screen and then you put a mask right in front of it and you get like 2 screens. But still, you want pretty small footprint, right? Because there's a lot of other things around. Anyway, so I thought that was cool. I saw it on a video where you can target TCAS and get quite a bit of information.
It's so great that it's modular, right? It just kind of pops out, pops back in.
Yeah. Yep. Alright, so the frequency got a little quieter. Let me try to figure out what's next here. There's many ways to do that. VATSIM itself offer on the map or SimAware map.vatsim.net where you can see all the traffic. That's pretty impressive. Look at this trail of ants.
That's a lot of planes.
Yes. Okay, looks like we're gonna be with him for a while. I think I heard DC, yeah, I think DC is our next center. DC center on 133.725, which is what I heard. So sometimes it's a little easier with the event because everybody's kind of on the same route, so they go from same controller to same controller. When you have like 5 centers around route, you can have aircraft going to any center.
Right.
Here I had heard him clearing or asking aircraft to switch over to DC center, so I'd already kind of... And sometimes I just put it there so that if it's the right one, I can look at it. It helps me repeat the frequency. If it's the wrong one, then I try to jot it down. So that's DC, and I think DC will take us for a while. Alright. All is good. Are we catching up?
We are. I mean, slowly but surely. We're slightly faster than him.
So let's see. The recommended max is only 367. It's not like we would blow up if we go over it, but I had put a pretty aggressive. No, I put 45 cost index. So what's our ground speed? We have a decent tail end, 475. Alright, let me reduce the cost index a little bit. Try to help here. What's happening in the back? Honda Jet. Hi, Honda Jet. Jerry, how are you? Jump in to say hi. I was checking on us, making sure we apply the right SOPs. That's one thing that is quite interesting, because even the standard operating procedure, the SOP that Airbus recommend, evolves with time and what they learn from the pilot, from incident or accident. But then each company, right, has. So if somebody calls you on your SOP, you can say it's just company SOP.
Right.
You know, we taxi at, as long as you taxi below V1, what's the problem? You know?
That's very true.
Company SOP. But seriously, I've tried to kind of standardize on some documents I found from Airbus. I know they're not the latest one, but that's a checklist we're using. And then through videos and all the information, gleaning from all the information that are out there, trying to build a little bit my own homegrown, homebrew SOP. So our flight, let's see how we're doing on time. Got wheels up at 22:38 Zulu. And what did I say the flight time was? 156. So that would bring us at 0034.
Sector 1420 vehicle already offline, but it's service terminated. Frequency change approved.
So right now we're showing 0050.
Unicom, American 1420.
Unicom? That is not a word I have heard a lot over the last couple of days.
Honda Jet says you can
Oh, you got
make your own rules.
That's right.
Velocity 9247, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Washington Center 133.
That's velocity.
Velocity 9247 back.
So where are we? I was looking at Qantas 25.
284, 50230.
Let's pick up GHAL 44. Here we are.
Good evening, Clementine for level 350.
Alright, we're doing our thing.
United 2463, contact Atlanta Center 125.57.
So,
Atlanta Center, good day, Channel 31 Hotel Golf.
to be honest,
Level 2300.
I am not sure what to expect in Boston in terms of runways. Because it looked like the TAF was predicting wind to shift to more of the south, where you would use the 22s. But I think they were still landing on the 04 right, so
My apologies, defend the Jones before arrival.
let me see if we can get the company to send us the weather information. So KBOS is our destination. I always like to pick up our alternate meter, KJFK, in case. Oh goodness, there's too many people. No, seriously, thanks for joining us. They like the uniform, yes. Once again, courtesy of Sebastian. So that was a really nice touch. I appreciate it.
We aim to please.
Exactly. Safety first,
Safety
but then
first. And
right after
we
it.
even have the appropriate insignia.
I noticed that. I didn't want to highlight it being the captain, but I did notice. Well, you're doing the flight, right? Message, company message, weather request.
Yeah, we are. See, I can see him on the box, and I can actually see him. We're catching him up. He's
Okay, we're
only
still
about
catching him.
6 miles out.
Yeah. Hold on. Yes, we can go up to 370 GL44.
GL44, climb and maintain for level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370 GL44. I think it's not.
No, it won't.
Yeah.
30, limited 280 knots. Boxer 27, Lawrence Center.
Do I have to give it
good evening, climb and maintain for level 270 for now. Right,
what can we do? I think we can do 700?
There we go.
So what we're gonna do?
Yeah, because we are overtaking him even after reducing the
yeah. Well, I didn't want to go too low on the. Okay, we're 25, so that should still give us. So right now, as I switch to VS mode, it's prioritizing that. We might not be able to get to the commanded speed, so we want to be careful. And I did accept, we had looked at the progress page. I mean, our recommended MAC is 367, but
Right.
I'm comfortable going to 370.
Oh wait, the door's fallen off. That's fine.
So here's a little bit of a compromise, right? As we will cross 360, which might have traffic the other way around. We still have a TCAS. It's set on above. We haven't seen anything, but incoming traffic comes at you pretty quickly.
Yes.
And on the other side, you don't want to climb too fast. You could trigger TCAS for aircraft above you. So you want to reach the new level of no more than 1,000 feet per minute during the last 1,000 feet.
Honda Jet has a question. Thierry, when you get an altitude change, what is the easiest way to get the Airbus to start the climb?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, The easiest way would be set the new altitude and pull for open climb. That would do it. I'm a little surprised that after changing our cruise level and setting it, it didn't take the climb per the in manage mode, right? So ultimately we switched to select mode on the vertical speed. So now our climb is gonna increase the distance with the, but we will catch that. Alright, we'll give ourselves a minute for the last 500 feet. So yeah, I'm still learning things. Sometimes like, I think that's how you do it, and oops. And then you never know, like, is it the software? Is it something, you know?
Right.
Is it a bug? It's not what it's supposed to do? Or more likely, is it the interface between the seat and... It's me
it's the
being...
PCAC, problem between keyboard and chair.
Exactly. And you can see it's struggling to kind of, oh man, we're gonna run out of post-it. Oh, well, you read the chat. Yeah, Sebastian is monitoring the chat, so unless we missed something.
So Honda Jet says, when I tried to activate with manage mode with the Phoenix, it wouldn't start the climb either.
That's what we observed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I wanna figure that out. I thought it was because we still had 350 in our cruise page, so that you can change either in the cruise page, or I could have got to the init page. And once you change one, it changed, you know, everywhere. All right, now virtual fuel is cheap. So let's go.
That's right.
Because there's no point in being on top of him, because I don't think we're gonna have tons of time. Sebastian is monitoring the chat, so... Over to Washington Center, 133.72 GL44. Thanks for the service.
Good evening, Study 007.
And Washington Center, good evening, GL44, flight level 370.
That was JL44?
Correct, GL44, Juliet Hotel Lima. Oh, I said 44, that's what threw them.
44 Washington Center, hello.
Or GL44 for US friends.
Got a nice bit of a tailwind.
Yeah, we're doing this. So, let's start thinking ahead of the airplane, right? Stay ahead of the airplane as much as we can. So usually when I fly alone, I don't necessarily print things, but it's kind of convenient. We can show things to each other.
Each pair 738, contact New York Center 125.32.
Alright, you see? 125.32.
Each pair 903, contact New York Center 125.32.
Yeah.
So if I had to guess, that's our next
Yeah,
frequency.
that's a pretty safe guess.
Alright, so our flight plan calls for the Roebuck 3, our nav arrival into Boston, chart 10-2 Delta or 10-2 Echo. So they lead us to any of the many runways available. So we'll get one or the other. But it's still the Roebuck 3. So I'd already put that in the box. Now I don't know. You see star Roebuck 3. I'm not gonna change anything, but I don't know which runway we're gonna get. So that's TBD.
Yeah.
It's an approach that, oh, it's a star that's starts over JFK. We're doing the JFK transition, so there's plenty of altitude constraints, so it's gonna help us go down.
Sure. Constraints on.
Yeah. Now that it's 371, one thing we can do is look at traffic below us
Yeah.
if we have to descend. And now that we're higher, we're not catching him as much. Or
Yeah,
are we?
I can still see him. He's right there.
Okay.
Delta 1718, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
So, unless we get a different star, which I don't think will happen.
Delta 1718, contact
Starts-
Atlanta Center 132.97.
What happened to Delta? Alright, here's JFK. The first altitude constraint is at fix.
Berlin 2127, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
Flight level 230, so that's correct. And that's a hard constraint. Then Rouge,
Center American 514 Heavy needs to step out for a couple.
230 and 210, so we're going through the star to make sure everything is correct. Above 17,000, that's correct. At only Banky. Is there a constraint? Yes, Banky. Oh, I pressed the wrong side. So left side is typically your lateral navigation, so we get you hold and direct and things like that. The right side is your speed and vertical. So. Plus, yep, above 16,000. Man, they are. Roebuck is between 12,000 and flight level 190. So that all looks good. Provi is above 11,000. Jaina. Ultimately, it's Jaina. Did I miss it? Where's Jaina? I missed it. No, or maybe I have another one. Do they all go to?
We can do whatever you like, sir.
Don't tell me that. Maintain Mach 180.
Oh, Jaina is for 1-5 right and 3-2. Okay, so we'll have to revisit some of the last waypoint once we know which way they're landing. I got the weather, so that was Boston on the 6th, so on this day, 2154 Zulu, so that's pretty old.
Yeah, let's get some new weather.
160 at 5. Let's see if we can get an 8S. Hold on.
No,
you don't want 8.
No, sorry, that was the wrong button.
AOC menu, yes, 8S. Request, it's a little... And then you can enter KBOS.
Happy to be here, my man. Thanks for being on.
And then... So that, if there is an 8S, I don't think it goes in the received message because it comes from VATSIM, so it goes in. Yeah, I think it would be published here.
Well, if
So,
nothing else,
well,
let's get the weather anyways.
We can update the weather as we get closer. I mean, right now the winds are 140, but we'd love to know what they're using. No, I mean, company has SATCOM and internet access, so there's always...
Yeah, oh yeah, they haven't updated the ATIS in a while. Okay,
there's
so it's
always
still
that way.
2154 Zulu, so it's an hour and a half old. 140 at 6.
Okay.
But
Let's stay here.
looks like it's a little bit chilly in Boston, but it looks like a nice evening.
Okay, let me get the frequency there. So the ATIS is on 135.0. Challenge if we switch and talk to it. I mean, I don't think there's an easy way to. I mean, VATSIM support both frequency. We can probably do it, but then I might have to enter a command to change it. So there's two approach controller, one on 133.0, one on 118.25. Tower 128.8. Boston Ground 121.9er.
Why don't I? Let's see. Let's take a look
Okay,
at the
so
weather.
that should help.
Alright. Alright, here's the current ATIS. 0623.
Oh, you're getting it from Navigraph?
Yeah.
So that's a real word ATIS.
That is the real world ATIS.
So hopefully that's what VATSIM is using.
Information Zulu, 160 at 7. Negative. Let me actually, here's an updated one. 140 at 7, 10 miles, broken, 2,900, overcast 3,700, temperature 09, dew point 04, altimeter 3010.
Okay, but they don't talk about runway news.
Let's take a look. The greenery is birds.
Because that's what would be useful.
Runway 15 right, 33 left, closed. And that's all we got.
Okay, well, maintain
ILS 22 left.
0.79 GL44. It wants us to slow down.
ILS 22 left, departing 22 right.
Okay, so it's the 22s.
Yep.
So it's landing left and taking off right.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
40 miles northwest of Norfolk Airport.
Yeah, Boston is a busy place. I don't go there too often. So 22 left would give us Robert 3. I think I put 22 left.
I
Yeah, I
think
put
22 left's already in there.
That
yeah.
was my guess, but that was just a guess.
You step on each other, it breaks. That means I gotta reset. So just please try and don't step on each other.
All right.
I got you, man. I got you.
Alright, there's some action on the frequency.
Quantum 4, correct. Quantum 4 Alpha Watson in center, hello. Washington Power Sector, JetBlue 896. JetBlue 896.
JetBlue might be going to JFK.
JetBlue 370.
Okay, maybe we can. Do you want to do the quiz now, or you want to do the quiz
let's
in
do
the
a
longer
quiz,
flight?
all right.
You want to do a quiz? Hopefully we have time. So, here's the quiz. I thought we could use the list of all the 48 cities and airports we're visiting during WorldFlight and check with each and every one of our guests to see which one you have been to in real life and which one you have been to in the sim to the best of your recollection.
All right.
And 2 days ago we were giving away 1 donut per. Yeah, I don't have a good. You can use that.
Can I just?
For
okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Please
and then
do.
Let me grab your pen there.
There's a pen here.
Oh,
normally.
look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Unfortunately, you don't have a tray table.
Oh no, I know. It's like.
So, right now, what? What's going on? What's going on the frequency? And I use the city, so if an airport has Milan between Linate and Malpensa, it doesn't matter. You get donuts. That's the bottom line.
Good. All right.
That's the bottom line. You get donuts. Alright, might be time for a quick external view. We'll stay in the cockpit. We're not really taking a break, but hopefully I will bring a little variety. So here we go.
Stop sharp.
Alright, here's my little quiz completed.
Okay. You were fast.
Let me know, what does that translate to in donuts?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 donuts.
6 donuts, alright.
So that's your IRL in real life score.
Thanks, Honda Jet. He says Honda Jet says his internet's acting up and he'll check back in later.
Yeah, I don't think it's his, unfortunately. How does it look on your? I mean, is it
No, stream's fine over here, and that's just over
weird?
Wi-Fi.
No, one time only, just like you. 2532. Yeah, 2532, Kelly Road, 4 seconds. Back 1197, maintain Mach 73 to center, maintain.
Always good to have some fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Stop this, Trey, and Megan, out there, go straight to the...
Well, we'll be playing a little music for a few minutes, and then we can we'll keep our audience in suspense.
I think that stream may be a little bit late because over here just now switched to the external view, and you've had that up for like a couple of minutes.
What's that?
You've had that external view up for a couple of minutes, and just on the video just switched over to the external view. So.
Interesting.
Alright, David says the stream is much better than last night.
Well,
I mean,
that's
I hate
a low
to
bar.
I hate to say that's because I'm here, but you know, I'm just whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
Did he send the other tricks? What happened?
Yeah, right in Mach 0, you said you're already at Mach 0? Thank you. That's good, 4-1,
Yeah. Feel like you're on the wingtip?
Right.
Usually it's more like 10 seconds. I think I have it on medium latency, the medium setting. Anyway.
Let's do the left in 150, center maintain 3000.
Oh wow, we're about it's almost a minute and a half lag right now. He is a long way from home. Oh, mine wasn't too bad. It's really weird. Oh, you know, I wonder. Maybe I wasn't live.
This is kind of the typical 10 second.
Yeah, I probably wasn't live. That's probably what it was. Well, hi family. My littlest fan is online. Alright, look at that.
They're watching?
wave to my my newborn.
Of course.
She's
Yes.
3.5 weeks old.
Congratulations once again.
Almost 4
Happy
weeks.
to
Well,
hear
well.
that the whole family is doing great.
Yeah, they're
And-
all doing great.
And you still have enough energy.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
oh yeah. Oh, I'm not here to take a nap.
Yeah.
Nice relaxing nap.
Yeah. no.
Blue Street 55, 59 for left heading 050.
050, Blue 55,
Back 1190, number contact, 0% 125, 130.
125, 365. Yeah, that's alright. Back 1190.
It's amazing that my kid already at 4 weeks old almost knows how to use YouTube and how to type. That's great. We teach him early.
It's never too early.
1 center, southwest 1049, foot 9 bar clearance to Nashville from Raleigh.
It's weird to hear somebody ask for a clearance on a center frequency, but that is
Yeah,
the nature of
that's all-
VATSIM.
that's in, right, yeah. Hey, look at that. That's how pretty.
Oh, do you have music playing as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure the volume is necessarily.
Makes it a little hard to hear apparently.
Yeah. I'll stay
Okay.
quiet.
We will just talk louder.
Blue Street 55, 59 for runway 5. Correction, runway 23, clear for official approach.
And we're fixing the vehicle.
Southwest 10, 49, reback correction, select runway 5, departure close by your discretion. Call for taxi to Raleigh, altitude 3004. Altimeter 3004, expect 5 right, will call taxi. Southwest 49. Southwest 1859, radar contact, Kentucky on the 80 and rear Raleigh. Southwest 1859, radar contact, Kentucky to rear Raleigh.
Official WorldFlight communication here. Alright, well they're changing one of the roads because of the unprecedented level of traffic in this year event.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go back into the cockpit real quick.
Yeah, Blue Street 55, 59, runway 23, clear to land to wind 2003.
Keep it for the line.
Alright, we're back on board.
Delta 384, can we get 5 minutes away?
The cruise section of our flight. Apparently we just got the news that one of the leg has been changed, basically doing a stop at a slightly bigger airport so that they can accommodate more traffic. I wasn't surprised in I kind of looked at Sydney, but then even Melbourne, which was a short 1 hour flight away, it was really busy. But even after that, as I mentioned, we were like 15 sequence of things coming out of Melbourne. So there's a lot of people joining the event, which is great. I think the donations number are going up rapidly, more rapidly than before from what I've heard, so that's great. And then I think it's partially due to the increased popularity of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and more people joining VATSIM, joining event. I've never done the cross the pond, for example, but I always like to peek at the flow of traffic, and it's really impressive. So the format of this event, if you're not familiar with it, it's a week-long event. It's been running for 20 plus years. Started in Australia, so historically the start is always Sydney. The arrival endpoint is always Sydney, but each year they build a different route and alternate between eastbound and westbound. And now they still find new things to do. For example, this year was the first time we went to Antarctica.
Oh,
that
that's
was
cool.
really interesting. basically leaving south from Melbourne over Tasmania and then going southwest.
For all my new players,
Hold on.
listen up. If we block or step on each other by AFC brakes, so try not to block or step on each other. JetBlue 4578, Euro
Is-
Atlanta
How
116,
can we? I mean,
correct?
but
it-
by definition,
That's
You
A,
don't
not in
intend-
our control, and B, why does his thing,
Yeah,
why
well-
does his be break? That seems a little drastic, but okay.
yeah, we'll try to help. We'll try to help. That's for sure. But
I-
yeah,
514,
and I love
same flight number
when they say,
37.
well, not all at the same time. 3 of you guys were talking at the same time. Then the frequency is quiet for 3 seconds.
And then everybody
the
starts
three-
again.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like I don't know how to answer that. I don't- why are we turning?
we should step on
Okay,
his
we're
frequency
turning
on
into
purpose
the-
just to annoy him.
No, please no.
Southwest 1659,
It's
correct.
my
Back,
VATSIM ID.
Oh well, that's why I don't have a problem with it.
I hear you. Let me see. So we're headed shotgun. We're kind of a little yeah. I think the. Did we turn or is it just a wind?
Yeah, we
change?
turned.
Did
We
turn.
just turned left. We had a left turn.
And it's
but
still adjusting.
but yeah,
no,
we-
the wind is pretty much
standby.
direct crosswind, right?
yeah,
So it's trying to find the right angle.
yeah, we're crabbing pretty good.
All right, but we're going shotgun.
27 back.
Roger.
Okay. Well, we'll do a fuel check once we get there. We'll get the numbers ready already.
We got 445 miles to go.
So 23:44. So that's 4 or 5 minutes. That seems a little optimistic. I mean, we're doing 458. What is that? That's 8 miles. Yeah, 4 minutes. Shotgun. Where's shotgun? I lost my shotgun. Alright, the other way to figure it out, we are an hour, so 63 minutes into the flight. Look at the flight time, it should be here, it is here. We're on Airway Quebec 2222. So, an hour, 4 minutes, so we'll be a little past
And
that.
November 425 Golf Juliet, your radar contact 2 miles
And then
southwest
out
of
of
the
fuel,
KATL-KBOS.
so
Center
that's
maintain flight level 300 for
shotgun.
trend. Center maintain flight level 300
I wonder if
for
climbing
trend.
actually slowed us down.
Neptune
which
1 Charlie
just
Bravo, contact New York Center 125.3.
A little bit counterintuitive, but of it, yeah, SimBrief is like flight level change, not available, up, down. Yeah, it's another example. We saw that on previous flights. The
44, maintain Mach, Mach 80 greater, please.
we'll do Mach 8, decimal 81 for you guys, GL44. That's the max we can do.
Sky Blue 1.
I don't know. Does it go up to
Can
11?
we?
Center maintain flight level
Can we do
370.
max? Ooh. We might be full of beans already.
Maintain Mach 0.79.
That's what the
Mach 7.9 down to 31,000.
I overpromise and
Maintain
underdeliver.
370.
Well, I mean, you said we can do 0.8, right? So
I said 0.81. Yes, for 0.8. Let's start there. Yeah, we really.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, now the recommended max is at 372, but okay, it's slowly picking up, right? I didn't see a speed trend, like the little vector, right? The little arrow up or down, but it is creeping up ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I was getting ready to throw away the passenger luggage
Mach
and
0.79, Delta
whatever
473.
dead weight we can afford to lose. Alright, did we miss shotgun? No. It's amazing. Every time, not every time, but very often I want to do a fuel check at one of the waypoint and then I get a radio transmission like a minute before and then I forget or I'm
Delta
past
34,
it.
we're back.
No. That's how it always works.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, we're crabbing for good. So yeah, I was saying I'd noticed on previous flight as well that as per SimBrief they give you the impact on the flight time and the impact on the fuel consumption if you go, if you change your weight, if you change your speed via the cost index, but also for flight level change. And one of the data point is always the, if you were to go down to flight level, so 2,000 feet, it would actually save us 2 minutes, but cost us 242 kilogram of fuel. So I suspect this. Alright, Shogun, what are we doing? 106 on the elapsed time. And fuel, call it 10-1 per the rule of rounding down. And fuel burn 4.0. So we were supposed to be here 64 minutes into the flight, so we're 2 minutes late. But fuel-wise, we were supposed to be at 9.8 ton, and so we are above that. Interestingly enough, for Delta, it's probably more favorable wind.
Hello, player 6511.
So our Delta, which was already positive 100 kilogram, is now positive 300 kilogram, both on the fuel burn and on the fuel on board. So certainly not expecting fuel being an issue, but it's good to check. So our fuel pumps are doing fine this time.
I knew I had to be close. 125, decimal 325, velocity 92.7, mate.
Surprised he hasn't
American 514,
transferred us.
contact left, correction, contact New York, center 125.320.
Alright, 2532, MX 514, feedback.
Alright, just a little more. That's DC, I believe, on our upper left. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Maybe not. Yeah. Well, KIAD. So Dulles
Oh yes,
is.
yeah, Dallas. Okay, there, up there is. Yeah, Washington's to our left. Yep.
I mean, I was just judging by the. We should see KDCA, right? Is that in the list? And one thing we can do, we can go data, closest airport, and then enter KDCA. So it's 34 miles at 322. Yeah, there it is.
Yes,
it was
yeah, it's
overlapping
down,
KDCA. Yeah, that's alright. We don't want to go down and bust some.
Nope, not today.
Temporary flying restriction. Alright. So what I can do now, progress page, it's more than time to put good old Boston. What happened to the frequency? Is everybody stepping on everybody and imploded?
Nope. Yep, you just,
disappeared.
they're avoiding stepping on each other by
Yeah,
not
that's
talking.
exactly. That's one way to do it. Okay, hold on. Mr. B.
And Ansett 184 to center maintain flight level 1, correction 370.
Okay, we're still a good 335 miles from our destination. At least that's as the crows
Ansett
fly.
184 to center maintain flight level
The
3,
flight plan is showing 390.
Qantas 4 Alpha, contact Indianapolis center 119.55.
Is that our next frequency?
I put it. I'm assuming this could be New York, so I already
Yeah, I
know it.
thought so. So you have it?
I have it keyed up.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Qantas 691, can you maintain box 181? We'll try our best on a 691. Thank you.
So yes, I was wondering, I mean, fuel is all good. Time was just a small difference. I mean, it's still remarkable. On an hour in, it's like 2 minutes, and we, you know, have to round the chrono when we're over here. Danger, no. Shotgun, danger, Python, okay. Bessie, interesting waypoints. So danger, the winds were predicted to be 289er at 8.5.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty
close.
damn close. If anything, it's a little less. Alright, well, we didn't get vector or anything like that, so pretty much the flight plan.
And November 425 Golf Juliet, center main correction, descend via the cap 3 arrival. Descend via the cap 3 arrival, we left by Golf Juliet.
Flight 4, control, Vier, 2311, speaking to NGR.
Danger Bear 2311, Washington Center, hello. Washington Center, good evening, Lufthansa 907, Juliet Lima, heavy, flight 412.
I could tell immediately just after he said hello that was going to be Lufthansa.
Yeah.
907 Juliet Lima, Washington Center, hello.
Well, it's a busy day in the office for ATC, looking at the map. It's not just the Congo line going up the east coast. There's certainly traffic. I mean, it's a popular area, right? Boston has good coverage usually with VATSIM, and it's congested airspace, so people looking for a challenge are afraid to come here. Despite the danger, we are 8.5 miles away from danger. I think the Python is the danger.
Delta 327, maintain Mach 80.
Because I don't know Bessie. She might be the danger, but I would think it's the Python.
It is
Those are our next
interesting to me that with all, and I'll explain this real quick. If you do me a favor, can you switch back to the cockpit view so I can explain it?
Yeah, we're going back to the. We're on the cockpit.
Okay,
view.
cool. So looking at the McDo, so on our flight plan here, we have all these 5-letter words like Cipher and Danger and Python, right? Those are all acronyms, or those are GPS coordinates, rather than saying 40 degrees, whatever. Right, exactly. So instead of typing in all these numbers, there is a database out there. So Danger, for example, that we're approaching right now, that it has the coordinates for the actual GPS waypoint, and then it's given a name in a database so that everybody knows that Danger, D-A-N-G-R, is these coordinates.
So yeah, I can pull it from the database.
You can actually I think you can just type it here, right here.
Oh yeah, it shows.
Just pull it on the actual waypoint. I just tried that out.
Yep,
that works.
Shows
but it's really interesting that, from my understanding, is the way that these are named. And of course, like for example in Austin, there's a lot of people with like R2 and Luke and Vader. Those are like people get to name some of these.
There's Willie right on arrival. There's a Willie for Willie Nelson.
Absolutely.
There's a Weeds arrival, I think.
Well, that's probably related to Willie Nelson. But it's interesting because they have to be the one of the requirements, if I understand correctly, or if I remember that right, is they have to be somewhat pronounceable.
Yeah,
so the fact that there's that many combinations of things, I guess there's a lot of 5-letter, or they're
sometimes they duplicate
right, but
the
Python, right? So Python is obviously not a 5-letter word, but you can, looking at it, you're like P-Y-T-H-N, you're like, oh, in your head that's Python, right? So when
in some other places I don't know.
Right.
It's really
right.
tricky. I mean, brand. I mean, Jopo, I guess. Bessie, Jopo, brand. That's a VR. Those are not unique. They could be more than one RBV.
Correct. So anything that's a 3-letter.
Hold on. Over to New York Center 125.325 GL44. Thanks for the service.
Sky Blue 1.
See, and that's what you get for not paying attention for a second.
No, it's all good.
Neptune 1 Charlie Bravo, clear direct news.
Clear direct news, Neptune 1 Charlie Bravo.
Neptune 1 Charlie Bravo, maintain Mach 0.79 or greater.
0.79 or greater, Neptune 1 Charlie Bravo.
New York Center GL44, flight level 370.
G-Hill 4 forward here, sit around you.
Hello, New York.
Did you understand what he said?
He said Roger.
Oh, Roger.
Yeah, so we're good.
Usually they say good night or something.
But
Roger.
Yep.
It's Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
That's no good.
Who's
That's
this Roger guy? I hear about him a lot. But just to pick it up real quick on the nav display, there's all these 4-letter KMIV, for example. Those are all the 4-letter ones are airports, and then back on the McDo on the nav computer.
We could put the intersection, but it's gonna get super crowded.
Yeah.
There we
Anything
go.
that's 3 letters is a VOR, which is essentially a radio beacon that they have a lot of. Not so many anymore, but that was
historically, right?
Historically, that's what was used for navigation before.
GPS,
before GPS, and you'd navigate essentially from one of these to the next.
Well, it's better than navigating from one bonfire to another.
Well, and back in the
when
days,
the post
right, they had fires, or they used to have big arrows on the ground pointing in the direction of where to fly, which is
amazing.
I mean, the fact that people still manage to get from A to B is pretty cool.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
So yeah, I was trying to figure out. I thought the flight plan for RBV would give me the name of Robbinsville VOR, and it's 113.8, and we can go to RadNav. It hasn't tuned to that one, but we could tune. So we can put RBV. I'll put that in the 2. Then if you display it. Oh, that's the first. Oh no, I have 1. You have 2. So no, 2 here VOR. So we're 65 miles from the RBV, the Robbinsville VOR. And if you really want to identify, tune in VOR 2. You can listen to the Morse code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you would look at your chart and
let's see what RBV is. Actually, it probably has it in the database too, right?
I have a hard time. Yeah, I don't think the Airbus gives me the.
All right.
I'm really bad at listening to.
All right, I got it. If you dial it in, I'll identify it.
Do you hear it?
All right, identified. Yeah, short, long, short, long, short, 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 long.
All right, if you say so, boss.
That's I can't do Morse code. Nope. That's.
I have a friend we can type like 60+ character per minute.
When I was in the military,
crazy.
they did an aptitude test of.
Oh boy.
Of like where do you need to go, and then when they did Morse code, I'm like no, I can't do that. Certain things my brain does not compute.
Well, plus you have to practice it, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. I don't know who is gonna give us our final clearance to the star. Assuming 22 right is still in use. Well, let's see. Let's try again on the ATIS front if we can get something. KBOS and. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
It is Zulu, so it's probably the one you read.
Let me see.
Velocity 92.
There you go. You can compare it.
Oh,
here.
yeah. Okay.
Direct news, velocity 9247.
It's amazing how a piece of paper in this pretty much all electronic cockpit still helps a lot.
Yeah, let's see. The ATIS is it's Alpha is current over there.
Okay.
180 at 6, but it only came up 3 minutes ago.
Okay,
So
okay.
ILS 22 left still and 22 right.
Oh, so both.
Yeah, ILS 22
Oh,
left
okay,
approach
yeah,
and
22
used
left
departing,
approach, I see,
22
I see,
right
I see.
departing. Yep.
Alright, 310 on the transition X platform.
Numerous cranes. I saw an ATIS for, was it Atlanta, Houston? I think it was Houston. The previous flight came from Houston to Atlanta. They were like drone activity 3 miles from the airport.
Oops.
Okay. Hopefully it's legal, drone
Oh, that's
activity.
probably fine. Probably nothing to worry about.
Okay, so we are expecting, let me put that in Navigraph. The ILS 22 left, so let me change the runway.
Velocity 9247, cross news at maintain level 270. Cross news at flight level 270, velocity 9247.
Number 852 Papa Sierra, the Kennedy
via the Roebuck 3 JFK transition. Is there multiple ILS approaches? No, there's just two left. There's Nolly.
Today 16 contact approach 127.17.
I'll put Nolly.
127.178.
Okay, so we were expecting Roebuck 3. We're still not clear for it, but we'll brief for it.
Bravo, contact Boston 134.7.
Boston 134.7, net signal Charlie.
And that's the transition to Tali.
9247, transition to 310 knots.
So
310 knots to transition, velocity I-247.
we checked all the way to Provi, which was the 11 or above. Yeah, 11,000 or above. Judy, so we will get the crane. I would assume she's between 11 and 12. That's correct. Then cradle, and there's waypoints here. Between 8,000 and 10,000, and Caleb or Kleb or hard 8,000. Okay. Then the two different one. What's the next waypoint? Ethan 5. Pitrick 5, the 220. Yep, it's all good. And that basically puts us to tail, which is it's down. Oops, no, tail. Yeah. It's the downwind for the T2s to
Yep.
So speed constraint, yep, tail at 210 and 5,000. So that checks out all good.
14 Boston 134.7 a day.
And then from there, we would there's a flight plan discontinuity because it's downwind, and then they'll vector you, right? They'll keep you going until they can sequence you.
Number 852 Papa Sierra, along this route of flight, Boston wants you at 23 as the highest I can go. Climb maintain level 230.
Climb maintain 23. Papa Sierra.
And so the ILS 22 left starts at probably Nolly if we go in sequence. Then down, there's a few step down, 4,000, 3,000, and 1,700, which is the platform altitude. It's a standard 3-degree glide slope. And the minimum is 216, which is the standard 200 feet AGL. Minimum safe altitude around the Boston VR is 2,000 in most of the sector.
GL44, clear direct news.
Clear direct news, GL44. Define it, execute.
Go on direct news.
Good news. Alright, I'll untune the red nav.
GL44, maintain Mach 0.80. GL4, maintain Mach 0.80.
Maintain Mach 0.80 GL44. They've given up. They call us GL44. And we're above that Robbinsville VR.
Maintain level 270.
Means it's 370.691.
Okay, so you gotta have a shortcut, not really going over the JFK VR necessarily.
What's our?
And then we're gonna have to start descending. I mean,
say we
it's fixed at.
Washington Center, contact Washington
How far are we from? 230. We are at 37. That's 14. times 3
Qantas
rule of
691
thumb, that's
transition
42,
310
10
knots.
to slow down maybe, or 5, we don't need.
310 knots and use it.
So 45, yeah, we're still good. I would say, what I like to do then is put a fix and use FEX, right, which is the first altitude constraint. So Foxtrot Echo, and you see here they use triple X. And then, how did the math came out? 14, that was 52, let's call it 60.
Direct news.
So
Direct news. Of the one.
I'm expecting around that time that we would be given this
Velocity
Construction.
9247, Boston Center 134.7, good day. Boston Center 134.7, velocity 9247, good day.
It's always good to hear Boston Center, as this is where we're going. Okay, let's check the ILS frequency. Actually, yesterday.
We're flying RNAV or ILS?
No, I'm assuming they'll give us the ILS.
Okay.
I mean, I tend to check it, you know, just
KATL-KBOS cross news at and maintain level 270.
cross news at flight level 270 GL44.
Alright, so
Is that's higher than
Good evening, United.
Right.
1695 through 12 for 17. 1695 New York Center, climb maintain level 240.
yeah, we can change it.
you said 270, correct?
Yeah,
Blue Radio 1 cross
Yeah.
news at and maintain level 270.
so we can put it.
It's 270.
It's not gonna descend us until we start. So that's. Did he want us to descend? No.
Yes.
Okay.
American 184, if you're trying to call the center, your mic is muted.
Why is it?
Well, yeah, we'll need to descend whenever.
Okay.
So there we go.
Did he want the descent or not?
Yes.
Yeah, he did the
Yeah,
give us a
'cause by
direct
giving us
instruction.
that,
It's
that,
not
that
a pilot.
instruction, right?
It's not at pilot discretion, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're going down. Sorry, I got confused for
No, all
a
good.
second there. Did we get a message? Oh, I heard a
no,
little
no.
beep. Alright, so we're flight level 270 blue, we're descending.
American 184, you're trying to call New York.
Not too keen on descending so close to the barber pole, but hey,
Handset 184 New York Center.
we'll do it.
center maintain
So
level
yeah, let's
270.
check the ILS information. So 110.3 is correct. India, Lima, Quebec, November, correct. Front course 214, that's from the database. 215 from the chart, 102 degree
Yep.
is not a problem. Yesterday, I think there's typo in the nav data because it was like what was it? 107 was our front course for runway 11, and it was 017. So it never intersected the glide slope.
Right.
I mean, I was visual, so it's a no event, but okay. So all my clever calculations. What's happening here? We paused for a while. Yeah, I've few airports around here, so I didn't disable them. That's something I should have done probably. But anyway, so we're talking. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about fix, which is on this side. I'll clear it. There we go.
Out of 1695, contact Washington Center 133.72. Okay, over to Washington on 3372. We'll see you at 1695. New York Center, American 2145, flight level 200 at our best forward speed.
Tell the air at this altitude is really dry. I need to drink a lot of extra water.
That's right. I mean, it's pressurized at it. I mean, it's coming down cabin now.
Thank you.
710. Yeah, we're over to New York.
New York, Delta.
That's why,
350.
We had to wait for a couple of
40 New York Center under. Qantas 6031, cross news at and maintain level 270.
Cross news at and maintain level 270, Qantas 6031.
G Heel 44, Boston Center 134.7.
Boston Center 134.7 for GL44.
Traveler radio 1,
alright.
send out of
Switching to Boston Center. Boston Center GL44 passing flight level 320 for flight level 270, best forward speed. He's like, who called me?
Lufthansa 410, contact New York approach 128.12.
Did V-Pilot? No. I mean, we're still on that. Yesterday the V-Pilot crashed, which I never had in many.
Velocity 547, send via Roebuck re-arrival, 22 left, altimeter 3009er.
Alright, Roebuck 322 left, 3009, American 514.
American 514, thank you. 300 knots for spacing, published at Roebuck, please.
300 and then publish at Roebuck, American 514.
Attention aircraft, please do not call. I need to get off. I need to get another controller in, and I'm supposed to be off a while ago. So please don't call in, because I'm not going to answer you.
Okay, that's why you probably didn't pick.
Just like in real life. Don't call me.
I'll call you. Or I'll have my people call your people. Alright. Well, seems like weather-wise, it's still fine. It was kind of band of weather, pretty much from here to Winnipeg, but a little to the north. So hopefully on the next flight, it will be all good.
JetBlue 369, contact New York, correction Boston Center 133.45.
Really curious why you had us descending at 4,000 feet per minute there for a minute, but
8120 Boston
well,
Center.
to be at
133.45.
2,700, right?
yeah, but we got
133.45 for 8120.
really you want to make sure we're down there.
Lima, Boston Center 133.45.
Well, sometimes it's kind of gate where we.
Velocity 9247, descend and maintain level 230. 230, velocity 9247. Snack pack 1197, contact snack pack 1197, contact Boston approach 120.6.
Snack pack. Huh.
120.6, snack pack 1197. JetBlue 531, cool. Contact New York approach 128.12.
Approach 12812, JetBlue 531, good day.
Yeah, you see there's some band of weather kind of from the southeast to the northwest. Ooh. That's far, but that's for next flight. Possibly. Looks like we should be good.
November 852 Papa Sierra Boston Center, welcome.
Did you know we're with them? Boston Center GL44 Juliet Hotel Lima inbound fax.
Juliet Hotel Lima 44 Boston Center, roger. Velocity 9247, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival for runway 27 now. Maintain 310 knots to Pro V, Boston altimeter 3009. Descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival now for runway 27 and 310 to Pro V, velocity 9247. Feedback, Craig, thank you. Skyblue Radio 1 Boston Center, good afternoon.
Was that for him or was that for
No, it's
us?
for him. No, he just didn't break in between.
Okay,
which
okay. I
does
was like,
confusing.
oh, scribble, scribble.
Yeah,
but
that's,
it's 27?
Usually they'll throw in a break to let you know it's for
Did he
somebody
say,
else.
yeah, did he say 22 or 27?
Oh, that would, no, that was
22, it must
22,
be,
27 for New York.
Oh. Okay, so...
Alright, let's see what we got for destination data.
Yes, let's, do you want to use the latest, ATIS we got? Or, you said it renewed, right? So let's try to get a new one, possibly. It switched to Alpha from Zulu. So we still have Zulu. Oh, Bravo.
Okay.
So,
Boston away, Qantas 691, flight level 270-310.
what does Bravo say? Boston long and 180 at 6. Do you want to enter the...
3009er for the QNH.
American 514, reduced speed to 250, then
Temperature.
speed to Provi.
Alright, 250 and then publish speed to Provi next stop with United Haven.
And then as far as winds,
surface winds are 180 at 6.
Qantas 691, descend via the robust
And I can give you the minimum while you're there.
Maintain 310 knots to Provi, Boston altimeter 3009er.
216 in the MDA.
216 in the MDA.
Alright, perfect. Then we can clear the message.
We enter. You got it, deliver 2 Papa Sierra, descend and maintain 1717.
So he's keeping us high. I mean, the guy in front of us too. I wonder how the Congo line looks coming into Boston.
Yeah, we hold here until he tells us otherwise.
American
Yep.
514, reduced speed to 25.
This is our last
Actually, American
clearance.
250 knots to Provi, publish speeds thereafter.
I mean, it's fine. It looks like there's a decent spacing.
250 to Provi and then publish speeds and what's the frequency again for American 514?
American 514, contact Boston approach 120.6.
20.6 American 514 NBC.
Number 1, special Neptune 1, Charlie Bravo, contact approach 120.6. Approach 120.6, Neptune 1, Charlie Bravo, cheers. Qantas 691, search for descent. Head there now, Qantas 691. Thank you, Juliet Hotel Lima 44, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Descend and maintain flight level 230, GL44. 30 set.
Delta 473 Boston Center, just verify you're descending to flight level 270, please. Delta 473 on Boston Center.
And we have quite a collection here. I can't believe I'm still running on the first paper roll.
Welcome to send and maintain flight level 230.
Alright, why don't we put our CBA we already did.
Juliet Hotel Lima 44, maintain 290 knots.
Speed down to 290 knots for GL44.
Not yet, but you could do that right now. Skyway Radio 1, descend and maintain flight level 230, and if you're not already, maintain 310 knots.
Was that for us?
No, that's
No, because he already gave us.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have a hard time. I wonder if he's talking to another guy at the other end of this control area and we don't hear them, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Alright, we got a company message. Oh, that's still the ATIS. Okay. I was expecting, usually company sends us or gate information. Things like that. Okay. So we're rejoined. I mean, he kept us higher a little longer, probably a little faster too. Can you see the ocean from here? Barely. I don't know. There's no lights past a certain point, but... Okay, so we're coming up on 230. Which is the top of that window in altitude window in Ruse.
Alright, Aspect, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream.
You brought some of your friends, I like that.
Triple 896 Boston there, Roger.
Yeah, it sure looks like they got us pretty well separated. Now if they need to insert, there's a little bit of traffic maybe coming from the west. Just to be contrarian. Yeah, I don't know if, I don't think you can see it here. I'm using my moving map and I can see past. The TCAS gives you 40 nautical
Hey,
miles.
this guy is going at a good clip though.
He's leaving us in the dust.
Yes.
Approach 120.6. 120.6, Velocity R247. Thank you, Juliet Hotel Lima 44, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 27, Boston altimeter 3009er.
Descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival for runway 27 and got the altimeter GL44.
Oh, runway 27.
Lima 44, maintain 300 knots to Provita and compile the published, please.
Maintain 300 300 until Provi, then published star GL44. Okay, so here is the fun. We're already on the star, but we have to change the runway.
Mm-hmm.
So no problem, you go destination, arrival,
Skyblue radio,
ILS-27, and by default kept the Roebuck. We can do no transition, but it's not gonna save our butt because... Are we past Roebuck or not? Oh yeah, it might save it. Okay, so then I do need the transition for those waypoints. But the challenge is JFK is behind us. So when I'm gonna insert, it's gonna maintain the next waypoint, but then it's gonna put us on heading because the flight plan now is a waypoint behind us.
Right.
So let me see if I can let us go past this waypoint first. I've never done that. And then Banky would be next. Okay, Banky's indicated. Insert now. So, and then you see JFK is there, so we need to do direct, and then find Banky, and then reinsert, and then we're good. But if you don't expect it...
Right. Not good
okay,
catch.
but are we just... no, it said...
Qantas 691, contact approach 120.6.
Well, he asked us to...
20.6.
No, we're descending back on descending via the arrival, right? So
Okay.
whatever the constraints are on the arrival. So plus 16,000 and then...
yeah, but I don't see us descending. Because... He mentioned Provi, right? Is that...
Limburg 4407
Hold on.
So we're disconnected.
On and maintain level 270.
Yep, there we go. So we're about to start descending. No, we're not. We're above the profile.
Yeah, I don't know. The profile has not been helping us. So you pushed?
Last aircraft calling off the center, just make a call sign
There we go.
only.
Okay, yeah, it needs an altitude.
And set 184 ball, Lieutenant Welcome.
Where did all the traffic go?
Oh, makes sense. It's not descending because we had 230 in here, and it wouldn't
Yeah,
let
yeah,
it wouldn't
yeah,
let us
yeah,
descend.
yeah.
All right, so we really actually need to do what we need to go. 11 is our next.
Yeah,
one
you can
down.
put 11. That's a good... Ooh. Yeah, a good gate or like
Handset 184.
crane at 250 between 11,000 and 12. So that's... Yeah, I think the other aircraft descended before us, but he gave us a pretty high speed, so we're still doing just 2,000. So if we want to be at 12, that more than 7, yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of speed brake because I think we'll be challenged. The thinking is we need to be at least below 12 at crane. We're 7,000 above times 3, that's 21, and we're right on the 20 arc, so...
Yeah, I mean, well, the problem is they just sent it us
later, yeah.
later, so...
Well, it's okay, he has a long...
Yeah.
Long line.
Oh, actually, no, we're at above 11,000 feet, so we're good.
Yeah, this one, yeah, it would be Ember if the MCDU thinks we would miss it. So technically, it still thought it could be crane at 12. That's what it's showing.
Yeah,
But because that's on the upper end, we are going faster. All right, transition.
3010.
Wasn't it?
Juliet Hotel Lima 44, maintain 250 knots, and then compile the published speeds after Proby. Contact Boston approach on 120.6.
Boston approach on 120.6. We're slowing down to 250, and we'll resume the star after duty, GL44.
Delta 473 descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 27, the Boston altimeter 3009er.
Well, we have it in the perf page, right? 3009er.
Lindbergh 4407, contact Boston
To
Center
set.
on 123.75. Have a great day.
Where's Provi?
Delta 284 Boston Center, welcome.
Oh, we're past Provi. Okay. Oh, we need a... I never switch.
Oh, no, it's coming up now, Jody. So.
Anyone? Boston approach, GL44 on the Roebuck 3 arrival. Ooh, am I talking to nobody? And the stream is choking. Everything is failing us.
0.6, have a great day.
And center GL44, can you repeat the approach frequency for me, please?
Yes, Juliet Hotel Lima 44, you're going to contact Boston approach on 120.6.
120.6, thank you, GL44.
You're welcome, JetBlue 896, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 2.
There you go. With so many aircraft, I'm like, that frequency is not great.
Okay, we have the L10 there, and we'll set up for 27. Copy one.
Then we got Bravo.
Yep. And Boston approach GL44 to Roebuck 3 with Bravo on board.
GL44 Boston approach, make it for Bravo, altimeter 3009, expect ILS 27.
Expecting ILS runway 27, GL44. We're still above the class, right? Do you prefer width a little bit?
Well, the problem is if you have if the lights off, you can't see us in the stream.
Oh, do you?
I just had a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So 250. So you've been managing the altitude. Thank you. At this point, we can
What's
even
the
put
approach?
5,000.
What's the for the ILS?
4. You can even put 4.
We'll go down to 4.
Yeah. It should do the right thing for us.
And speed? What's our speed restriction?
He give us 250.
250. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's keeping us as quick, as fast as possible.
Heavy contact Boston approach 126.5. Have a good night.
26.5, next 514 heavy, we'll see you.
Yeah. I mean, if I clearly missed the frequency. I got 0.4 instead of 0.6.
Yeah.
Even in the list, is a speed brake. Yeah, speed brake. Yep. Okay. All right.
That's
so
one of the things I really
signs
appreciate about the
on.
Airbus, the fact that it tells you what the error is versus on the
Everything to
7.3
look.
you're trying to figure out.
Yeah, yeah. So missing the frequency, you know, you switch back and ask, and they're
that's
happy to
exactly
give it to
what
you.
I would do.
That's why you have the standby. No, if it's your tour on a 3 mi final, it's a little bit more challenging. Okay, so
Charlie 6540, contact Boston Center 133.4.
alright, we haven't briefed for, hold on, we haven't checked our perf, let's change it to the 24. We've changed the flight plan, but
When you're ready, we can do the approach checklist.
yeah, we should. Give me 1 second, because I want to pull the 27 Roebuck ILS approach. AB maybe. So the minimum, we need to update the minimum.
Right.
Getting there. So runway 27. It's 6,000 mandatory.
6,000?
Do we have that? Oh, sorry, no, the upper. So
What's
let
the
me
MDA?
give you the MDA. The MDA is 460. And there's a bunch. So Caleb.
Descending via the Roebuck 3.
Quantum 6031, heavy Boston approach, thank you for Bravo, altimeter 3009, expect ILS runway 27.
Runway 27, Quantum 6031.
So AB manual. I don't see. I got loaner plane. I thought I had put AB as a transition.
106.5 for approach, velocity ISU 47.
Okay. Loaner is a 3. Usually it puts at or above. Yeah, or here the altitude constraint is not correct. Chart says 3,000 and then you get to repeat at 1,700. Actually I can do this. Okay. So yes, let's do the approach checklist. Real quick.
Alright, well, so ILS 27.
Yes.
Minimums
Which
we
is
talked
still
about.
a 3. Yeah, it's the 3 degree. There's a few steps. It starts at AB, so I'd like to insert it. So this does it go to AB? No, it goes to Ogdu. 210 and 4. That doesn't make sense. Okay, let me write the fine print from the Caleb, then on track 024 to Ogbu, then on track 024, expect radar vector.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to give us radar vector, so that makes sense.
So there's steps down from 6, down to 4, down to 3, down to 1,700, and that's where we will capture the glide slope. So we should set LS on both sides.
LS on.
We had verified the previous one, not this one. So India Delta Golf Uniform 111.3, front course 271, 272. Okay, so we're good. Alright,
Okay.
so you have been briefed, I've been briefed.
ECAM status.
Just, okay, normal.
Oh, alright. Seatbelts are
Sun
on.
we're below 10.
Bearer ref 3009er,
Set.
09er, and 09er.
Yep, set 3 times.
MDA
Is 460
460. Engine mode selector on normal.
on normal. Yeah. That's the approach checklist completed.
Delta 473 Boston approach, thank you for Bravo, the altimeter 3009, expect ILS runway 27.
Expect ILS 27,
Okay, so a little bit in the soup. I mean, typical northeast weather, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna clean this.
Yeah, probably good for those.
So that's our load sheet. That's an initial. Load sheet. Do you still have it? You probably have it. Yeah. If not, we have it.
Nope.
It's all good. It's all good.
I got nothing.
Got nothing.
Approach.
I think we're reaching the top of the clouds. I mean, we're just below the 10 degree. I'll put the engine anti-ice on.
Maintaining 31 310 knots or greater.
210. We are not respecting the speed constraint of the star.
Altimeter 3009 or expecting ILS for the runway.
We're braking like maniacs. Sorry, we're catching up on it.
JetBlue 96, resume published speed.
Resuming public speed. JetBlue
We
96.
caught that a little late.
44, maintain 210 knots, contact Boston approach 126.5.
Speed 210 knots, sorry about that, and Boston approach 126.5. Okay.
Kiwana 691, two left sitting 300 on the localizer.
Once we're
300
10
left,
below,
left,
we
left,
should
left,
probably
left.
go to flaps 1, if you want to call it.
No.
You cool with flaps 1?
Alright, flaps 1.
We check flaps 1. That's my bad. I should have
Don't
seen
forget
it.
to check in with him.
Oh. Approach GL44 inbound Hogdu.
JL44, Boston approach, hello.
Hello.
Man, it helps to have two people. Gee.
I know, it gets
JL44, turn left heading 350.
left.
Turn left heading 350. I did the same thing.
Ah, dang it, yeah.
Yeah, I know that. It tricked me. I have done it before.
Kiwana 691, you're 2 miles from Clean, maintain 4,000.
Sorry.
No, no, good. No, I'm glad you caught that. See, this is why it's also a good thing there's two eyes on.
Yeah. Okay, so I see the
Maintain 4,000 full established, speed ILS
glide slope.
3719 knots, Kiwana
Obviously, we're
691.
nowhere close. So we're kind of on base. He's putting us on a 5-mile base here.
Velocity 9247, Boston Tower 128.8.
Tower 128.8, velocity 9247, bye.
You're already doing that, okay.
Alright, well, yeah.
JL44 to center maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000 for GL44.
Yeah.
Okay, so put, yeah, you can.
JL44, turn left heading 2, correction, turn left heading 300 on the localizer.
Join the localizer on the heading of 300 GL44. Alright. Keeping us fast and furious. Oh, it's not too bad. Ooh. Okay, we're down to 4.
Not much to see, is there?
No.
You're 2 miles from Clean, maintain 4,000 established, clear to left runway 27 approach, speed 190 knots.
We clear the ILS, runway 27 and maintain speed 190 knots at 4,000 for GL44.
Kiwana 691,
Clear for the
170
ILS.
knots until
So
Ribbon, the tower
let's, yeah, you can
128.8.
on the approach.
190.
190.
Good night.
So that's an S speed. Okay. Do you want auto brake low?
So auto brake
or
on low. Yep.
the landing checklist is really, you know, close to 1,000 feet, so things are gonna go quick. I tried to arrest the descent around 50 feet, and then at 20 we call retard. You try to anticipate if you hear 40, 30, you know, you retard, and I will call reverse green, spoilers, reverse green, decel, 70 knots. By 70 knots, we can only be at idle thrust. This is not a super long runway, it's a 7,000 feet runway, so... we have the runway
Well, then
inside,
we're going
so we're
medium.
done. Okay. So you don't use the brake, you let it do it, and then you tap.
44, speed 170 knots until rapid.
Speed 170 knot until rapid, GL44. Okay.
JL44, thank you. Connect Boston Tower 128.8.
Tower 28.8, GL44.
Cover the traffic on a 691.
Velocity 9247, hold short.
Oh, we need flaps too, it's not gonna slow us down.
Velocity left, velocity 9247.
Ooh, gee.
Pack 1197 on Charlie. Cross
Let's go gear down.
Gear down.
So that we slow it down.
On Charlie, cross 22 right, and ground point 9, backpack 1197, good day.
Boston Tower GL44 established runway, ILS runway 27. It depends if he vacates in time. We really...
44 Boston Tower, the wind 1706, runway 27, clear to land, traffic land in the crossing runway, a 787
Clear to land runway 27 GL44. Okay, we're clear to land. Okay, let's go flaps 3.
Flaps 3.
Yeah, we need a...
Boston Tower, back 514 heavy, over top focus for the
Oh, no, we never armed the approach. Oh, yeah.
American 514 heavy, Boston Tower, the wind 1706, runway 22 left, clear to land, hold short, runway 27, traffic land in the crossing runway at A320.
Okay, we'll watch for the traffic, we'll hold short 27, clear to land 22 left.
So do you have the runway inside?
I do.
Alright.
Full flaps.
Alright, so flips. You're going full? Yeah, speed check. Full. Okay. So let's do landing checklist real quick.
Cabin crew's been advised.
Has been advised. Thrust is on speed, and we have landing no blue. Alright, you got it?
I got this one.
And so the wind is pretty much a direct crosswind from the left at 6 knots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's pointing. Unfortunately, the
Velocity 9247 on Echo, cross runway 22 left.
the stand that holds the overhead is a little bit away, especially for me, but it's good for you.
37 on the right, copy, velocity 9247.
Neptune 1 Charlie Bravo 1 Papa, join Echo.
And you should roll. I mean, if we can exit at Echo, that's great. But if not, roll until past the 22 left, and
Etihad 1 Foxtrot,
let's exit right.
1706, runway 22 left.
Do what I can.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, it's not a super short runway, but it is a short runway. It's probably why they give it to us, you know, crosswind.
Cross 22 right, contact ground, point 9, Neptune,
Velocity 9247, right turn, bike, left turn, Charlie.
Alright, so we've been cleared to land, we're stable.
right turn, Mike, left turn, Charlie.
And you press to disconnect.
Yep, autopilot's coming up.
Minimum
Continue.
400.
2 white, 2 red, looking good. The wind is still 6 knots from your left.
300.
It's a dark runway.
It's dark.
Well, with bright lights, you'll start to see them appear. There we go.
100.
Oof.
50.
Just a little bit.
30. 20. Retard.
Nice.
5.
Nice. Spoilers. And put it in reverse. So you have to lift it. Yeah. Reverse green. It's alright. It's alright. We're good. Decel. 70 knots. So bring the
70 knots idle.
Alright.
Qantas 691 on Echo, cross
Keep
runway
rolling.
22 left, follow the American 78 off your right, no delay, traffic 3 mile final.
We'll hustle on across 22 left at Echo and follow the American Qantas 691.
Oh, don't stop.
44, continue runway 27,
Yeah.
cross runway 22 left, no delay, traffic 2 mile final.
Continue rolling across 22 left, no delay, GL44. Go. Beam.
American 514 heavy on Echo, cross runway 22 right, contact ground point 9.
And take that exit. I think it's Kilo. Yeah, it's Kilo.
Holding short 22 right, 691.
Gold Strike 79, Boston Tower, runway 22 right, line away traffic.
Thank you.
crossing down
Sorry.
No, good.
We can slow down there.
Go strike.
And we'll stop just
Velocity
past
92,
this.
47 on traffic,
Hold on, no,
runway
he
22
told
right,
us to
contact ground,
cross.
minor traffic holding.
Yeah, we already crossed. Yeah, so stop here.
Roger, right, Charlie cross 22 right, ground point 9, velocity 9247.
JL 44, hold short, runway 22 right on Kilo.
Hold short 22 right on Kilo GL44.
On the tower, corner 60, 31 heavy.
Qantas 60, 31 heavy, Boston Tower, the wind 1706, runway 27, clear line.
The land, runway 27, corner 60, 31 heavy.
West Air 1237, holding short runway 22 right.
Thanks, you don't need to call me.
So
Gold Strike 79, the wind 1706, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
we like gate 44, but I don't think there's any good 44, so we'll take any gate.
1237, Boston Tower, runway
Thank
22
you.
right, line of way.
I mean,
1000 right.
I went off the center line,
Two
but
right. Push that.
Sorry, but
237,
I
apologies
can't
on
hear if
contact.
you scream in my ear. It was a nice landing. There's no doubt about that. So let's do the after landing checklist. Flaps are retracted. Spoiler are now disarmed. Sorry.
Etihad 1 Foxtrot, right turn exit.
Okay.
Make it.
if you start
Yeah, it's starting.
radar is
I turned it off. So we're good, and predictive wind shear is off.
Qantas 691 on Echo, crossing runway 22 right, contact
Do it.
ground point 9.
Okay, we have.
On Echo, we'll cross 22 right, ground point 9 on the other side, Qantas 691, Hoover.
GL 44 on Kilo, cross runway 22 right, contact ground point 9, traffic holding in position.
Cross 22 right on Kilo, and we'll contact ground on point 9 on the other side. Thank you, GL44. Alright, let's go.
Gold Strike 79, contact departure.
Rear departure, Gold Strike 79.
Etihad 1 Foxtrot Charlie, Etihad 1 Foxtrot heavy on Echo, hold short runway 22 right.
Alright, so we're coming off Kilo.
On Echo, hold short, 22 right.
So we'll hold short of Bravo. This is the runway. Let's make sure we clear the runway. It's an active runway. Putting the strobe on.
706, runway 27, clear to land.
So
Clear to land 27, Delta 47.
it's just stop here. Stop here.
1706, runway 22 right.
so make sure the whole airplane is clear of
Oh,
the
is that?
22 right. West Air 1237.
Oh, it's
one to
an
one
old
point,
runway.
1 to 1.9er.
Yeah.
Heavy Boston Tower, runway 22 right, 190 departing.
Right Alpha, behind the Delta departing, Qantas 691.
And Tower GL44 on Kilo. Ground, sorry.
What's that call sign?
GL44, Juliet Hotel Lima 44.
GL44 Boston ground, make the second right turn on Alpha, and then taxi to parking.
Second right on Alpha, and then taxi to parking, GL44.
Jetstar 6997,
Alright, so this is
Boston ground,
Bravo.
approach on to Alpha is approved, face to southeast. Push on Alpha is approved, face southeast. Jets 69.
So we cross Bravo, second right.
No, second right on Alpha. This is Alpha.
Oh, this is Alpha already. Yeah, I want to be sure. Okay, yeah, this is Alpha, confirm.
Use the tiller.
Oh, you need the tiller.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the tiller.
sorry.
And
Follow the
then taxi. Where are we
Qantas.
taxiing to parking?
Taxi to parking. Let me see how busy it is. I would say keep going, straight. Don't use the rudder.
Yeah, I know. It's like really.
I mean, if you're in a straight line, you can use the rudder just to adjust a little bit, but they only give you like 6 degrees.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's okay, I turn off our strobe, it's not us. That's one thing that's not always well synchronized. So the thinking is they're using the 2-2, so if we can park further, closer to the
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
because I know who's taking the plane out of here. So.
Mhm.
No. Yeah, Charlie.
Qantas 691, can we enter the ramp here off the left?
Sure.
Roger, thank you.
It is cool to see them actually talking live on VATSIM
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
the actual plane in front of you.
Charlie 19 might be a good option.
Delta 878, cross runway 15 right at November.
So keep going straight.
Cross 15 right at November, Delta 878.
Off the ground, Connor 6031, vacated 22 right.
There's another aircraft. He might be after the same gate.
Gate Echo 11.
Qantas 6031, roger. Can you make the right turn on Bravo from there?
ASAP Connor 6031.
Okay, back to you in 1 second. Etihad 11, correction, Etihad 1 Foxtrot, are you here?
I mean, there's a lot of gates here. But that would be another
Etihad
option.
1 Foxtrot ground.
Pick a gate, any gate.
Okay, Qantas 6031, turn right on Bravo, and then you can take Alpha 1 Alpha.
I would say we go Charlie 19.
Bravo, Alpha 1 Alpha, Connor 6031.
Because it might be tricky to get if there's...
And anyone else call?
And ground GL44 is planning for gate Charlie 19er, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Yeah, he did say
Sounds
taxi to
good.
parking, which means...
Yeah, well, you can't. So we're gonna take the left turn here around the bend. This is Charlie 21, so we'll have the Jetstar on our right. So it's the last available gate. I don't see any ground marking.
You say past this guy or before
No,
this guy?
no, before this guy. So, here's the lead in. It's Charlie 19. Perfect.
Nailed it.
Delta 878, cross runway 15 left, monitor 128.18.
See enough?
Runway 15
Yeah.
left.
I don't want to blind.
128.8.
Alright, slow down. Keep going. Use the gate when it's there. Is your best reference.
Etihad 1 Foxtrot ground, you can taxi the Alpha.
Keep going, keep going. Contract ground 121.9, wicked. We are on 129.1. Just a tad. Keep going, keep going. I think we're good. I'll call it. Alright, parking brake on.
Dangerous.
Thank you. Oh, we want to make sure we have APU, but we do. So
Yeah.
you can turn up the...
Sorry, yeah, I know. I looked to make sure we had the APU.
Alright, good. This gate connecting, ground crew. Alright, so you're well parked.
All right.
Well done. I like that landing. That was a good job. Alright, so we can turn off the beacon. Engine is below 5%, so we can turn this. Once the gate is connected, usually we have ground power that they will connect. We can turn our transponder off. I like to reset it to 2000 so that we don't end up with the previous code. Let me see if we get ground power. If not, there we go. So we can connect ground power. It's temperature. It's 9 degrees. We'll keep the APU going. Actually, we're just doing a quick turnaround. It's more than 3 minutes. That's the other thing we should have checked. So we're good. I stopped the chrono. So it took us a little longer, 2:06, but overall, what a good job. We can probably do the parking checklist at this point. The APU bleed
Is on.
The engines are off.
Engines are off.
Seatbelts are off.
Exterior
External
lights
light.
are fine.
Yeah. Yep. It's all good. The famous fuel pumps. We're gonna. I think we can only turn. We could only turn off center for refueling, but we'll do all. So they're all off.
Parking brake is
It's
set and shocks.
we don't support shocks, but that would be, we're turning. Yeah, that would put shocks, but. All right. Well done. So there's a little bit of paperwork on the 8 cars that I need to make, or that I need to fill in, and I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, thanks. Thanks on the jet. I appreciate that.
Our nav, that was an ILS. No auto land. Arrival position. This is Charlie 19er, correct? Yes. It is a gate. Wonderful. We have all our times. 204 measured. Wheels up, 2 wheels down. Okay, let me file that. Basically what this does, it's an add-on that stores the information in a database, so you can access it through a website, and we use it among our different GL pilots, and kind of hosting it into our website so you can see our progress and all the information. So cool. All right, well, we are gonna take a short break, and the same crew will take this aircraft onward to Winnipeg, which, interestingly enough, pretty much this way going west, when overall the road wants us to go east, but there's a little kink, a little detour here in the road. So that's our next destination. I hope you enjoyed the stream and the video. Thanks again for joining. Thanks for your question. It got pretty busy. I don't do this with a first officer very often, but I'm very grateful to have a first officer. That helps tremendously. So thanks again, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. This is Captain Tango and First Officer Sebastian checking out.
Good evening, at 184, we can talk radio line.
At 184, Boston ground taxi to Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha, and line 40. Boston ground, JetBlue A96.
JetBlue A96, Boston ground taxi departing via Alpha, and give way to the 737 that'll be turning in front of you.
Taxi departing via Alpha, and we'll give way to there, 737.
Jetstar 6997, cross from at 15 left, 1 for 12818.
15 left, 128, 128, thanks. Jetstar